right, welcome everyone to Battlefield Nation. Good Sunday to all. Today we're gonna have Poland versus Italy in the EuropaCup for the 8v8 on Wake Island and Provence. So me, Syrup, I'm gonna be today commentate with Jimmy, which is his first stream today. Welcome, Navigado. Hi to everyone. Welcome, Jimmy. How are you, man?
Good, man. Thanks for the intro. I appreciate it. This is my first BFN cast, so I'm very excited to get going. We've got two great teams here today. I've done some casting stuff in the past, but this is probably one of the biggest sort of matches. We've got two international teams, two powerhouse teams in Group 2 of Stage 1 of the BFN EuropaCup going up against each other, and it's going to be a really good match. I think we're already kicked off on Wake Island here. I think I'm not sure about you. Very recently added into the game, obviously with the Pacific update. Interesting map.
Indeed, there's a tank that we accept in Wake Island, but people are surviving and manage to play with this tank on this map. It is a map of the Pacific Theater, which is a great implementation in Battlefield, I think, indeed. So, yep, it is started. We were waiting for the burn map, actually, guys. So we are now at the very first round of Poland versus Italy.
And I did some homework before the game because I play against the Polish and Italian players a few times. T5, T8. There's definitely some very strong players on both teams. You look at Poland, you look at Deagle, you look at Frantic, you look at Blaze as the sort of top three players on that team that are going to slay out, going to get loads of kills. You see in the kill feed now, Frantic getting a two-piece. You expect that from him. From the rest of the game, you look at Italy. You think of Asia, very strong bar player, probably one of the best bar players in the game. Obviously, on this rule set, interestingly, I think you can't, use those meta guns like the SDG, like the ZK, like the bar. You have to actually use, the preset guns. And I think, it actually gives the players with the most raw skill the advantage, in my opinion, because it's not, who's practiced the most with these guns. It's, who's practiced the most in this time period, in the last few weeks, in the last few months, to get good at these guns, when usually you'd be playing, SDG all the time. So that's very interesting to me. I think after Asia, you look at Notpaz, you look at Doom as two very strong slayers, both, probably SMG sort of slayers for the Italian side. So I think these core players for both teams are going to go off. And I think the supporting pieces, I think, are going to be very important as well for these teams.
Oh, well said, then. Indeed, the tank support is always it's a hard job. But if you here, we can see it's Barry King. So you're the king, Barry, for doing this job. Not easy, but always appreciated for the teammate, and you can make the difference to make your team win. Actually, yep. The map of today is going to be two round on each map, one side per. One team each side at each round. Pretty much we count the point with the tickets. So if a team won 80-0, they're going to win 80 points for this round. So it goes the same for the two map. So far, let's see King Barry. King Barry still reviving the tank. Frantic indeed a great player from Poland. Watching the hangar. We may have an imminent 1v1. You don't know there's two enemies right here. He got one. Nice headshot on Buffalo Smiley. And he get killed by the tank.
He went flying. The tank made him go absolutely flying there. But no, I think, with the UK, we played this map a couple times, and you're instantly struck by the kind of obvious, which is it's very bushy, it's very kind of flat. It kind of reminds me of Arras in a way, the way it plays. It's kind of hilly, there's not too much hard cover outside of this B flag, because this B flag is very chaotic. You see the two tanks going right against each other, absolutely barrel stuffing each other. I don't think this happened in World War II, but it's happening.
A 1v.
This isn't immersion, but this is some crazy stuff. I think the Polish tank, both tanks go down. It's an absolute bloodfest outside the B flag here. But you see Poland initiating a trip cap here as they're starting to take A, and both tanks are down. So no team gets a huge advantage after that gunfight goes down.
Indeed. We can see a triple cap from Team Poland. They were everywhere on the last match that we stream here on our channel. Really, the first one I think they lost, but they are really coming back so far in this tournament. And nice push from, nice kill from Dennis.
Both teams come into this match with having played one, having won one. Poland won by 508 tickets versus Italy's 211. So right now, Poland tops Group 2. Italy's in 4th place, but this is really the key match, I think, in this pool. In my opinion, it's the 2 best teams. So I think whichever team wins this, I think is going to win the pool overall. In my opinion, Finland's a strong team, France is a good team, but I also think these teams are stronger than them. So I think this is really for 1st place in this pool, which is obviously extremely important for these teams. They're trying to get as many tickets as possible. You know, again, another interesting part of this tournament is it's a pure ticket race, right? So, you know, you need to win by as many tickets as possible and lose by as little tickets as possible. That might sound obvious.
It made the triple cap relevant at the difference of other type of, let's say, squad conquest match.
Yeah.
When you have to, it made the triple cap relevant.
Exactly. So we see this. I mean, as you say, the trip cap. Poland have initiated this trip cap for a long time now, longer than you might expect. Obviously, a bigger map, so the potential for trip caps is kind of less, in my opinion. You know, the rotations are kind of slower. It takes more time for. You see Darth now running from B. It's taken him a while to get to help on A, which is why it's harder to hold it for so long. You know, Italy have gotten onto A flag, but it's not a strong start from them. But I know they're capable of playing very well, so I'm not writing them off by any stretch just yet. King Berry again trying to do the rep work in the back here behind the tank. The tanks are back up after that absolute shenanigans that happened earlier with the with the tanks giving each other a hug outside B flag. But a lot of kills going down on the side of Poland here. They are kind of tinkering that A flag, trying to get the trip cap again. But honestly, this is huge for them. I mean, I wasn't expecting a lead this significant at all. I don't think from the Polish. They're doing extremely well. So far, reviving, getting kills, all the good stuff.
Well, it's nice to see them performing well in this tournament. Italy was doing great also in their last match, I think, against, was it France or? I didn't remember, we need to check.
Not quite sure, yeah.
Kulak now, 89, we'll try to continue. It is the end of the round, guys, so I think it's a win for
definitely
10, 2-0.
That's huge. That really is. I mean, Poland come in, like I said, top of the group with 508 tickets. They've just got 110, so they've just, a plus 20% on their tickets there. That's an insane amount of tickets to pick up in round 1. And obviously, the important part is that makes it extremely unlikely for Italy to come back and win this map, or accrue enough tickets to take the advantage in this specific game. It's obviously possible to potentially lose a match and then, beat up on a weaker team enough to make up the difference, right? So I guess that's a possibility. If Italy do lose this game overall, they could potentially milk 160 tickets every round from another team, but it's unlikely, isn't it? It's not going to happen probably. So Italy probably thinking now in the party chat, guys, what was that? We need to focus that.
This is what UK have done also. Let's speak about it. You are the ambassador of the UK on the PlayStation 4 and very well, good job since the beginning of the tournament, man. You win pretty much by a few tickets only. It was kind of 142, things like that. So GG, it really counts to triple cap again and to have a maximum of ticket as possible for this tournament.
Definitely, I feel like you have to be kind of selfish and ruthless in a weird way. Like I have friends on the Portuguese team, I have friends on the Austrian team, and we're playing them. Like, I'm really sorry, but we've got to go for like 160 tickets as much as we can. Because we're thinking, if we play against the stronger teams in the tournament, like Italy, like Poland, like Spain, we want to go into the games, with the most tickets. And I think we were talking before the stream started about how the graphic didn't have our tickets displayed because there was 4 digits. 1,400 or something. Yeah,
same thing like that. Thanks Iveric for the follow, and thank KSA Arwiz for the follow, and Samath 1978 for the follow a few minutes ago. So here we go for the round 2 of this Italy versus Poland.
Definitely. Welcome Nax as well to the stream. What a guy, what a good guy. So yeah, I mean, we're really hoping for Italy to start out strong here. I think we're going to have a little delay because I don't think the teams have spawned in. This happens quite a lot recently. It's definitely a little trend of Battlefield players to disconnect, maybe reconnect their internet. Go for a wee, get a drink. Answer the door for a pizza or something. There's always something which halts the game between rounds. But I guess this gives us the opportunity to form some predictions, look at the teams in a bit more detail. I think this Polish team has been one of the more consistent teams in terms of the roster they've put out. To me, you know, you always see Deagle Frantic at the top, leading the charge. You also always see guys like Not Paz. It's just the same players always coming up in the same international tournaments. To me, and they also, you know, play a lot on a club level as well. You know, maybe GV, maybe Buffalo. You know, these same sort of players play together a lot, and I think you saw that in the first round where that chemistry, that, you know, they're used to playing with each other, and it's not a big thing. You know, when you come into a game and you're thinking, is this even you know, do you feel like it's an international game, or do you let the pressure get to you, or we're comfortable with your players, you definitely feel like this is a game. I'm happy, I'm comfortable, I'm not feeling pressure. Like some players do feel pressure in these international games because all of a sudden you've got BF Nations, you know, the biggest Battlefield competitive stream looking at you, and you're thinking, oh god, I need to perform now. Maybe players on the Italian side are thinking, you know, oh, I need to perform more. I need to do. You start seeing players do things which they don't usually do, I think. And
yeah, it's a community initiative. It's not there's no prize in this tournament. It's really to bring back activity. But yeah, it's in the name of the nation that you play and represent, of course. But you don't. You need to don't let you overtake back the pressure that it can can get. Thanks for the follow, Light Yagami. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in the stream. Yeah,
something like that.
So the team think they are waiting to start at 21, 22 maybe. We are at 22:30 at the moment. They're not really spawned yet.
I think they're probably waiting for 22.
22,
on the timer. I'm assuming that's a complete assumption, but that's what usually happens.
It's a good guess.
8 players. Let's see if it's true. But no, like we said, going into this, we're really hoping Italy probably steps up their game a little bit. Obviously, like you said, it's just for fun, representing your nation. But I think the pride aspect is also important. These players don't want to lose because they'll hear about it in Discord afterwards, and they'll let them know if you beat them by that much. So, you know, teams haven't spawned in, unfortunately, as we hoped. 22.
No,
which is
21:30 maybe 21.
Let's hope so. These teams should be ready to start right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Kaiser Wilhelm, welcome to the stream as well. Appreciate you watching. What a name. I just love that name. It's just fantastic. Just decided to spawn in. I mean, maybe they're just enjoying the view. You know, it is a lovely map. It is nice and sunny, temperate. You know, on the beachy shores.
Yes, Navigando.
Beautiful design. And no one's wants your attention.
Navigando is the Italy ambassador. Oh, Discord, okay.
Shall I update the stream? Or I'll leave it to you.
All right, I saw your DM. We'll see.
Teams I've spawned in.
Here we go. It's start. All right, Digo. Yeah.
No, I mean, this is the thing. I guess on this kind of linear-shaped map, like on Rotterdam, for example, another sort of linear map, you do see this absolute cluster on B. All these players just going to rush onto the hangar and just hope for the best. There's not much strategy at this point. It's just get the kills. You know, the team with the better aimers, better gun skill players are going to come out on top. So, a few trades coming in early. Carter and Patek getting a few kills for Poland there. I mean, once you get a few players down, huge shots from Deagle there onto Smiley, gets the headshot with his FK. Oh, sorry, EMP. And as he trades it out, but he's by himself, he is losing the flag. There's not many Italian players left. But he does get a 2-piece, and he is trying to stall it, but he does get traded out eventually. And the flag seems to be in control of the Polish early on. You see a few infantry on the left side. Another thing which strikes me about this map when playing it was, yes, it's linear, but it's also very wide. You know, you've got these wide sort of flanking routes on the beaches where you can't really be seen. You see the tank parked directly outside the front door there, and Cruel Jacob just goes, nope, I don't want any part of that, and runs away pretty swiftly. Rinnigan can really farm on this. Like, you can just sit there and just get kills as a tanker. It is kind of a tanker's heaven, this map. he feels, you know, emboldened enough to get on the flag. Gets a kill on Darth on the plane there. The plane explodes. Pitek is fearing for his life now. There's a huge armor on the flag, and he's just a soft, fleshy man in the corner over there. I think he is going to get picked up. Jacob gets a nice two-piece on B flag, but it is an absolute mess. You know, it's difficult to see what's really going on because honestly, I don't think the players know what's going on. Rinnigan is trying to get some kills here, but he is going to back up. Berry again doing God's work there, repairing the tank. And you see it going back and forth. Originally Poland had control, then Italy come back in with their tank behind them. Gets blown up. Darth there taking a shell to the face. And it's just really, really scrappy, Maple.
It's the battle for Bravo indeed. It's still so far. So there's Poland that managed to have Bravo back, but I'm not sure they will be able to maintain it. The tank is still there for Team Poland, for Team Italy, I mean. Let's see, actually, oh, Ringeren have someone who is repairing it. Again, good work. It may be the difference in this match. There is no 1v1 close quarter for the tank so far, not like we see at the first round, but good management from both tank. Yeah. Again, Bravo. Italy is back on Bravo. It was not so long, so it's a good fight. It is the point that you need to have on this map, I think, and with the tank that can have a great impact. Yeah, so far, Mikorlov 97. Are they pushing for A? Yeah, I think so. Couple of enemies.
Great point, because last time we saw these tanks just take each other out and negate each other, and then on this side you see Rinnigan, you know, eventually, after about 30 tickets have been drained from both teams' scoreboards, eventually Italy come out on top on B flag, and the tank was a huge part of that, like you pointed out rightly, and he gets a bunch of kills, and in T8 you do see this kind of a snowball effect. Once you get 3 dead, you're going to get 4 dead, you're going to get 5 dead, because there's just too many players running at you at once, and you see Mirko trying to get a revive in the smoke there, trying to keep this line alive, because Poland did get a few picks. Their tank is here. It's not going to be realistic to get any further than this, because the tank is right up in their grill outside of B flag. He is a medic, so he can't do anything against the tank at the moment, unfortunately, but he does get spawns on Smiley. Smiley is putting dynamite on him. Raging is in a lot of trouble here, but he does pick him up, but he is pretty weak, I think, from that engagement. You see him smoking a little bit outside of B, so he is going to back up. Probably going to look for a repairman. Interesting difference we did see was, you know, we pointed out Berry repairing the Italian tank, and you see there is no repairman on the side of Poland, so Poland with a different strategy, but they are actually successful at it.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I mean, they have got the flag back, so good play from them. Smiley again putting pressure on this tank, but he's probably going to get taken down here any second, in my opinion. He is 80 health. I mean, he's causing a lot of issues. He gets the tank stat. I don't know how he managed to do it. He does get traded out at the last minute, but huge plays from Smiley there to put a dynamite on the tank and blow it up. And that could be a huge shift, because now Rinnigan's the only tank on the map, and you see this B flag ticking back in favor of Italy as he surges on forward. He knows the tank's dead, and he feels emboldened enough to get on the flag and start helping his teammates up. That individual play, like you see from Smiley, is, you know, a game-changing thing. Yeah,
indeed.
You can change the flow of the game by that.
Maybe it is. It's a much more closer game that we see at the other round, 101 to 104. So both teams are trying to have Bravo. We can see Italy have the double cap now, but they still need to keep the pressure up if they want to win this round. The tank is still there. Maybe the tank should push. You have a repair guy. King Barry, bro, you're doing all the jobs since the beginning, so mad props and respect for the Reaper guy today. Thanks, Navigado, for the comment. Yeah, and thanks for being there also to everyone in a stream. Let's see actually if yeah.
No, I was just going to point out the difference in tactics now. You know, up until now, we've seen both teams just absolutely hammer this B flag and hope for the best in the chaos. And now we see Italy going for a 2-cap. You know, they've got the A flag, sorry, their C flag, which they spawned on, and they also have the base of the Polish as well, the A flag, all the way over there. It's kind of a bit bloody over there, but this is different tactical wise, and you see the sort of evolution of this map. You might see this as a more legit tactic than just simply throwing bodies away at B flag. They've actually thought, oh, let's leak, guys, let's have one guy flank, provide spawns, and get a 2-cap that way. And I think it's been successful up to up to a point there for the Italians. They have got so many kills in the kill feed. You see the red on the left side of the kill feed. They are absolutely slaying. And they have got the advantage on both flags now. They're capping A. Well, they were. I think maybe there's going to be a fight back to Poland there. And they were also capping the B flag. Yeah, this could be a trip cap on the side of the Italians. So great, redemption from them from the first round. They're putting in a fight now.
Indeed. Well done by Italy.
Raging comes back off spawn. He was obviously famously taken down a second ago by Smiley with the dynamite outside of B flag. And now you see him surging back from base and he's pissed. He wants some kills. He's going to go straight into the grill of the opponents and trying to get that B flag back. But Italy are holding it, and you see, the line underneath the B flag indicating how many players are on the flag, how much pressure is both team applying to the flag, and you see the Italians absolutely swarming it. You see just the fire and smoke and the absolute chaos on this map is quite entertaining to watch. It reminds me of Rotterdam B flag a little bit, with just under the bridge, gunfire, explosions, smoke, all this kind of weird stuff. But the angles you can get on this hangar, because there's so many little gaps in the walls and destructible parts, and obviously the bushes from the outside. Asia doesn't know there's a guy right to his right right now. He has no idea, but he knows the tank's there, and he's gonna get the kill there. Good shots from him. Asia probably one of the more active, skilled players in the game right now. He's showing it. I mean, they finally woken up from that first round. Wasn't a good showing from them.
Yeah.
And now you see them fighting back.
Indeed. They may win this round actually, 87 to 54. It will be a comeback for them. They need to keep the pressure up, honestly. They have a little bit more in our time to win the round than versus Poland the next one. We'll see also in the next map. So far so good. Dark Carton is trying to kill the tank. He's pushing, capping the point at the same time. We'll need to be back on Bravo. Oh, the wall, I think, protect his very last shot. Deagle with another bazooka or Piat. I think it's a Piat. Still people on Bravo. Actually, oh yeah, okay.
I think the Polish have done a really good job on B flag here, but you see the A flag going down as well. So Italy have done the same thing they did before, which is say, actually, do you know what? If you want B flag, take it. We're going to have A flag, and this is very frustrating. This is what Portugal did against us on the second round we played. Very similar actually. We won the first round quite handily, and then second round they do these annoying little leaks around this beach area, or they go both sides of the map. It's very wide, very bushy, and you see Paz demonstrating this beautifully. He's just sat in a bush. And why not? Because there's nothing saying you can't. There's no reason to show yourself and expose yourself. Use this soft cover to your advantage. Get spawns for your teams and hold it. And that's exactly what Italy are putting into practice now. They aren't going to get as many tickets as Poland got the first round, but they are going to put the seeds of doubt in the Polish head and think, can we take 70, 60 tickets back with us into Provence and try and get the tickets we need. You see, this is the thing. When you trap a team on B flag, they don't know. You need stronger leadership in this situation. Do you go for A flag and go for your base spawn, or do you try and leak and capture their base, which is probably more weakly defended? But when you've got this tank here holding this sort of spine of the team here, they can't get this tank out of the way, and they need Raging to do it for them. I think he was taken down again between Smiley and now. So I think he's coming off of base again. So they, without their tank supporting them to take down the Italian tank, it's just not happening. They can't get to C. And you see Italy now even trying to go for B as well, because Rennigan's actually gotten onto the flag, the tank for Italy, and he's capping B. It's completely empty. This could be the end of the game if this doesn't, just doesn't stop. There is players outside of B for Poland, but they've really run out of gas here in this later stage of the game. And it's really not working for them. Their tank is under immense pressure from infantry. Not even just the tank. The tank's done nothing against Raging, as far as I'm concerned. It's all been these infantry, these assault players on the side of Italy, causing a lot of trouble.
Indeed. We can see actually they managed to grab Alpha back, but it's not going to be enough for this round. 6 tickets left. Good job by Italy on this Wake Island second round. Maybe we can see a 1v1 at the end versus the two tank. Ringerman is pushing. Okay.
They're not interested. There wasn't any tank on tank action. They had it all last round. They were thinking, oh, Last round we got a bit too close for comfort. This round, Italy takes it by 62, as you see the score in the top left there, beautifully presented. So, Poland did win the map overall, but they haven't got the momentum anymore, in my opinion. Italy have got that 62 ticket win on that second side, and they do go into Provence with the momentum, with the advantage going into that round. I know there is definitely Italian players who suit this map. I played against them. I think yesterday was my last time. Asia, very good positioning player, very good accuracy. He's gonna pick up a two-piece all the time around the map, and you've got guys like Paz with the SMGs causing absolute havoc on B. So I do give the slight advantage to Italy with that combination of players who suit this map and the momentum from the last round. So I think Italy's going to make this interesting. I really do.
Indeed, can't wait to see the next map. Thanks again for everyone to join today. Next map's going to be Provence, 2 round on each. It's pretty much one of the best map. I think it's one of the map that most team are good and they like. Compared to Lofoten Island, I think Provence it's a little bit more loved by people. All right, so Team Poland and Team Italy again. Big props to all the team, all the players they have today. They are great players. They are a great team, great nation activity, great leadership by the ambassador to make this activity happen. We are bringing back activity, and the next event will be bigger. We are starting the South America tournament soon, also too. So we're gonna have another bunch of stream to show you guys for there.
Sounds great. No, you were right in pointing out the popularity of Provence, I think, and that's an interesting part of this tournament as well as the map picks, because obviously 2 maps played, each team picks a map to play, and I believe this again speculation. It makes sense to me that Italy would have picked Wake Island there. They do have Rinnigan, former 1-up player, was one of the top tankers in the game at one point. There's definitely someone you would play around because Wake Island is the sole map in this rotation which has a tank allowed. Obviously Mercury's in the rotation, but there's tank banned on that map, so it makes sense to me that Italy would have picked Wake Island. They actually lose the map overall though, interestingly, which is what I was going to point out on Provence, is every team loves this map, and it's like do you want to pick it because you like it, or do you want to pick it, or do you want to not pick it because the opponent is so strong on it? If everyone loves the map, it's do you really want to pick it? Because if you're comfortable on a map, maybe your opponent is really comfortable on this map, and I think this is the case with these teams. Picking Provence is a weird one. It really is. It's more complex than people give it credit for, I think, because it's all about strength, isn't it? It's all about you might be strong on the map, but maybe your opponent's better.
Yeah, and honestly, except this vehicle that make you able to jump on the roof, the map will be perfect. As I already, there's no roof, but I think this map, except not the layer, everything, they're not too much bush. Oh, the round is started. So let's start with Frantic. The guys are pushing basically Bravo and Charlie. Frantic is pushing with his teammate on Bravo. So we'll see. So far, Team Poland, I'm pretty sure they want to be back in this round and start in full force. Frantic's not having a little kill there, but we'll see. Kingberry cannot repair some tank on this map, so he will have to push as an infantry.
That's a good point. I mean, sometimes when the repair guy comes into an infantry map where there's no tank, like you said, he's kind of not really warmed up. He hasn't had the gunfights that other players have had by this point in the game. They're all warmed up, and he's still kind of cold. So you could see him potentially underperform, and I wouldn't be, as you see him get absolutely beamed there on the head by Raging, I wouldn't be too surprised if he starts off slow, and you see the whole team start off slow, honestly, because A is being capped already. Raging is watching this random spawn. Around this area, probably to his left, there's going to be Italian players spawning up. He needs to know this and watch that spawn. I'm not sure if he's watching it just enough as he needs to, but there are going to be players spawning there. Or if they're not going to spawn there, they're going to try and spawn low B side. Yeah, there they go, in the back of A, in the truck. And the Polish players know this, and they're watching it, and some players are rotating to B because they are losing B at the moment, but they are probably going to just stall it for as long as possible. If they do hop on this flag when it's still in the red, they will continue to keep the points which they have been working for. So, really big gunfight wins for Italy. They got trip capped pretty early on, and now they're starting to win the gunfights and starting to get B flag back. So good recovery from them early on, but not really the start you wanted on the side of Italy.
Yep. Oh, indeed, very well said. We'll see. Italy was good on this province map as Poland. They both play, I think, already in this tournament. Cruel Jacob with his friend getting a nice, it was a nice push. Dark Carton going on the second floor, 1v1 imminent, and he was barely got it, but he got killed. Good try.
I think maybe there's some players who don't play competitive Battlefields watching the stream, and I think one thing you might notice very early on is the pace of which these players are playing at. That guy chilling in the corner. Someone knew he was probably there and threw a grenade. That's like a difference to a public match where you probably wouldn't preemptively make decisions and assume people are in certain places. These guys are you see him get beamed on the stairs there. By Mirko. These guys are running around B flag at top-notch speeds. They're all going as a 3. If you get one kill, you're probably going to get traded out. There's very little mistakes going on, and I think that's one major difference. You see these guys just absolutely sprinting around the map, and you see Italy get like 5 dead on the side of Poland. So really good recovery from them to go down early, start slow early, and now they are back in the game.
Yep.
They are down still, but you do see them holding this kind of weird, lower guns area. It can be really a massive pain in the ass of the Polish players. As you see Paz running in, playing very fast.
Yep, nice push from Paz. High pokey smile from Argentina. Welcome in the street, and yep, Paz is in fire. He was pushing. He's watching a little bit the spawn of the enemy team. Basically, you have teammate that capping Bravo. You have also teammate that are capping Charlie at the moment. We can see Madness Ego. There's no enemy so far. 116 to 122. And indeed, it's true that the level of the player that they play, it's really high. Also in Squad Conquest, if you play normally Conquest or regular, it's different for the pace if you're not pushed by like 14 people at the same time. So I feel as a Conquest player myself and like more casual, the more you play Squad Conquest, the more you can enjoy it due to this particular fact. So yeah, nice headshot by Raging again on A.
Very important 1v1 kill, like you say, securing the flag for his team. But I think actually, I mentioned there was very few mistakes. If I am to pick out a mistake, it was Paz watching that lower side. I think at the time he thought his team was going to get trip cap. Turns out that Poland actually do leak onto this A flag, as you see here, and that prevented the home spawn you get when you are in a trip cap on the Polish side from being that lower B spawn. So Paz was actually watching a place which wasn't going to, be spawned on essentially, and he wasn't there to help his teammates at that time. But again, very, very minute mistakes I'm highlighting there. But it is something to say that that leak that the Polish players were able to achieve there has turned into a lot of kills. And you see the kill feed again, 5 dead. This game mode, T8 is very slay heavy. It's very, momentum based. And if you get 2 dead, you can get 3 dead. You get 3 dead, you can get 4 dead. And the whole team just sort of snowballs in that direction. This is a huge gunfight. See Mirko trying to get a few picks with the EMP, heals himself. Guy in the corner gets taken out by the guy in front of him. Running around this ammo box side, and it's just absolute chaos. He's not, there's no one holding an angle here. He's just trying to pick up the kills. The call-outs are coming in thick and fast, and he's trying to get them off the flag before they get spawned, but he gets turned on. Great kill there by Sabu. Gets traded out, but you see the kills going in favor of the Polish, and they are capping B and C and trying to hold this. The game is very close right now. I believe the score is 103 to 98, so very even this side.
Yep. 100 to 98, so it's a very close run indeed. Actually, Team Poland has a good double cap. On Team Alpha, Italy start to have a little bit of hard time to push outside of their A flag. It's been the second time that they tried to do a run, let's say, outside of it. Thanks, El Googs, for the follow. Welcome in the chat, welcome in the stream. Buffalo Smiley again, pushing C. Quite a few enemies on the road. The main road, got a kill on Dark Carton.
He was trying to push out of church there, and from that A flag they had, trying to go to C. Smiley is in heaven right now. He's just...
Oh, I got the widescreen bug, so just give me a sec.
Oh, good. He's been transported to another realm here on the map. Welcome, Kiko, to the stream. Beautiful. It's like modern artwork.
All right, give me a sec.
No, all good. Game as soon as possible, guys. Thank you again for joining. Really appreciate your support. If you haven't followed already, please do. There will be a bunch more matches coming up, as you see in the top right there. Only 31% of the matches played, so we've still got the majority of the tournament to come. Got some really strong teams in this tournament. You see there, the two teams involved on the scoreboard there. Poland currently in front with 408 tickets after their first game. I believe they played Germany. Yeah, you see there, they got a huge win. You see the sort of group one results as well. Big up the UK. You are going to see a bunch of these teams face again if you do follow us on the Twitch channel. So we'd really appreciate that, guys. If you haven't already. It's the game as soon as we can. Sometimes the spectator is a bit buggy. There's a few issues with it. There's the outprint site glitch at the moment with the SDG, the 2x scope. Sometimes it's a bit dodgy. Can cause issues. You sometimes get a white screen as well. These things happen, but we appreciate you guys being patient and waiting for it to be fixed. Group 1 standings there. Spain and UK are going to face off on Tuesday in 2 days. That's going to be a huge game. What's this echo? Wow, that sucks.
Give me a sec, we'll fix it soon.
Guys. They're on a stadium, yeah, but we are at a huge arena. Or at least in my head. Screaming Lapa's name.
Okay, it should be good now. Yeah, no more stadium. Sorry for the delay. I'm still jumping back again with another account. It's the widescreen bug. It's not our fault, guys. So hold tight.
Good, guys. I'm sure the chat will be entertaining in the meantime. What do you guys going to think is going to happen in the second round? Because obviously we had the bug at a time where both teams were about 100 tickets in. Both had about 100 tickets to spare. So it was a very even game. At that time, we'll be interested to see what happens when we jump back in. If there's been any major swings, I can do like some sort of prediction, I guess. I'm kind of thinking that Poland actually have sort of turned it on now. I think they feel more comfortable on this map than Wake Island. If Italy did pick Wake Island as their map pick, then Poland would feel more comfortable on Provence. You see Provence picks a lot. You really do. I know me and Ridicavo, the Spanish ambassador, talked about maps for our game on Tuesday, and he picked Provence. It's a pretty standard map pick, honestly, and I think you'll see either Provence or Bofton happening a lot. So no surprise to see these teams play. Can we give a man of the match for the game? Oh, that'd be huge. I mean, you're definitely looking at certain players. There's been a few highlight plays so far. Smiley with the tank taken down. Rinnigan was playing pretty well in the tank, being pretty aggressive at the right times. On the Polish side, I've seen Deagle light up the kill feed a few times, so we can definitely give a man of the match. I'm not sure how accurate that would be, but because you can't always see anything on the commentators' casting side of it, but we can definitely give it a shot. Can we do team of the match? Can make it easy? Whichever team has the most tickets by the end of it gets the team of the match. That'd be nice and simple.
I'll try one more time, just a sec. If not,
definitely do that. I mean, I believe the videos can be rewatched in clips. That'd be easy if we could do. That'd be cool. That's a nice little feature. If you do that on like a Twitter page or something, it's a good idea. It's definitely good to celebrate the players on these teams because it's definitely difficult to get in the right circles on the national team for your country. There's a lot of things you have to tick in terms of you have to be there on time. No more messing around. You're not necessarily playing with the players you always play with. It's always just the best collection of teams or players. Sometimes which is very similar to a club in Bega, where you've got a lot of the players from that club playing in the national team. Same with Sweden and Switzerland. But then other times you have teams like the UK, the team I play for, where it's a mix. You've got Venom guys, you've got Tri players, you've got CS players, PLG players. It's a lot more mixed, and you've got to make it work. So it's definitely interesting. Mercury, welcome to the stream. Other replays can be available here on YouTube. I don't want to guarantee anything, but I think you can watch them back on the BFN Twitch channel. I think you might have to subscribe to do that.
The video are kept for 2 weeks, but after that, it will be on our BF Nation archive channel. I'm still trying to rejoin the server now, so give me a few seconds. And no, Babash971, no, we're not racist, bro. We have all the nation. If you're from the Middle East, you can ask VIP Ahmad007. We already done a friendly match with them. We're going to do another event, I guess, in 2020. So don't be shy to ping him if you have any question. So 02, starting. I'm retrying. I'm watching the server. Trying to join.
We mentioned it before. It's interesting because, in my opinion, these teams are the two best in their group. But obviously, there's 3 stages to this, so it's difficult to sort of gauge the importance of individual maps. Obviously, games where you get loads of tickets are obviously very significant. You see on the screen, Finland versus Germany, for example, 500 tickets for Finland. That's a huge buffer for them. Then, some games you would get 50 tickets, but it's actually a very important 50 tickets because you've denied another strong team of their tickets. So I guess, this is one of those games where you're not expecting a team to get, accrue loads of tickets, but you are expecting a team to. It's an important game and try and prevent one of their rivals in the group from getting loads of points.
I'm trying again to see I cannot see the match. I think I'm gonna try last time, but I think we got the widescreen bug, and it don't works.
RIP. Any potential for a T12 or T16 event in the future?
Yes, actually, it depends. This event was the initiative of the ambassador from Europe, but for the next one, we want to involve more a nation, of course, and maybe we can do clan if it's T12, so we can have more team. In South America, for example, it's a T8, but there's more team than nation, so we do with clans since it allows for more people to participate. So it can be a good idea. We will brainstorm again, let's say all together, the ambassador, to plan what's our next event. Oh God, guys, I think we got really this widescreen bug.
I think I'm cursing streams. I remember doing a BWL one with Wild, and we had the same issue. I think it's me. I think I've cursed it, Maple. I apologize.
No worries. Actually, big thanks. It's a very good stream for us. We're glad to have you in not only as ambassador, but in the broadcasting team. I will really try one last time to join again this server, guys. We may have one round at least. I cannot believe it's really the widescreen bug. So sad. Everything was going well for the first 2-3 rounds. And it's only 2 maps, so it's not that long per stream. We kind of need to have this 60 minutes for you guys. Really, everything was ready. You were there before the match. Everybody's was here, guys. That was awesome, amazing. I will really just give me like 90 seconds. I'm retrying one last time. And if not, we're going to end this.
Okay, there's only so much you can do. It's classic Battlefield 5, really. We all love the game. And I think at times you have to acknowledge that it's got its faults, it's got its flaws, and these things can happen. But again, like Maple said, we appreciate you guys joining us on the stream here today. If you give us a follow, you can see other games in the future where I can probably guarantee that other games won't have this bug, and you'll see the full match between 2 very strong nations fighting against each other for pride and bragging rights to see who the best nation is in Battlefield 5. Is it over? I mean, we're trying to rejoin the server right now. I think
Right
at this
now,
stage...
just one last time. Yeah, I'm retrying. View games. No, I'm not able to see the round. We got the widescreen bug, so it's over for today, guys. Indeed. Big thanks for everyone. My name was Maple. I'm the streamer Syrup, and I was with Jimmy. Jimmy, big thanks today again for the being commentator. You were really great. I'm sure people have enjoyed it. So, any word before we kill it?
Well, just good luck to every team going forward, and thank you for having me on the stream. Appreciate it.
All right. So the next stream is going to be next week. We're going to try next Friday, South America, 2 clan, EDZ versus Air. So stay tuned. Big thanks again, guys. And no, we got the widescreen bug, Maestro 13. So I tried to join like 3-4 times, and I got the widescreen bug, so I wasn't able to join with either of the account that I have for the stream. So sorry again, and catch you soon, guys. Big thanks. Bye-bye.